Well, it doesn't seem all bad. Seems like camp survived the storm for the most part. This has obviously gotten really loose, and the string going across obviously sunk down a lot, but all the gear is still there, which is good. But before we do anything, it's a beautiful day, so I'm thinking we're going to grab a bite to eat. We're going to have a peanut butter sandwich, and you know what? I'm thinking about even going as far as having a coffee. Let's have a coffee and a peanut butter sandwich. Oh, and also, the eagles are out flying around, so I got my camera hauled out, and I did bring my extra large zoom, so if they're flying above overhead, I'll be able to zoom right in on them. But they are out and they are here. There's two of them flying around. Well, folks, it turns out I actually forgot my cup, the cup that I always drink out of, so we're going to be using this for the time being, but that's okay. My lips might get a little bit black this off from the soot, but it's okay. But for our lunch today, we are having a delicious peanut butter sandwich. Oh yeah. Good. All right, for supper we got some delicious salmon and some mushrooms. All right, let's try this out. That's good. I am stuffed. Well, folks, camp is actually all the way down there past the river. The only reason why we ate up here is because I'm noticing that the black bears are starting to wake up. I actually have bear spray with me for the first time ever. I actually brought it with me, and of course I also have my knife as well. But when you go into the wilderness up here, it's actually pretty cool. I'll come up and show you guys here real quick for a second before we cross the river, going back to our camp. If you come in here, you can see how open it is. It's actually really, really cool. You can almost put a tent here, but it's a little bit too much of a slant. But I actually thought about hanging up my hammock in here. I did see some big tracks, but I think they're only moose. It's hard to tell because it's melted in. But like I said, the bears, they are waking up. I've already seen fresh bear poop. But when you come in here, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's just like a... There's some of the tracks I was talking about. Well, these are my tracks, but there's some big tracks here. But yeah, this is pretty thick wilderness here, guys. This is really, really out in the wilderness right now. But it looks pretty cool. Well, I got most of my stuff packed up and ready to cross the river again, but I'm just shooting a quick little time lapse. Well, folks, for dessert we got some coffee and some some crackers. I'm really enjoying this trip, guys. It's so good to get back here because we had to go back because of that snowstorm. But ever since that snowstorm, it's pretty well been nice every day since, pretty well. And so far out here today, I've seen ants. The ants are out. I've seen flies. I've seen a squirrel, 2 eagles, and that's pretty well it. But like I said, the bears are waking up now, so you got to be a little bit careful about that. I left all my food over across the river, but the only thing I got over here are these couple crackers. I'm not too concerned about crackers, and yeah, that's pretty well it. Got my toothbrush and stuff here, but we're gonna enjoy the sun going down. We're gonna listen to the beautiful river, have some crackers, and enjoy our coffee. Seriously, and I'm down here freezing. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. Well, folks, we are in the tent now, so I'm just going to hopefully wind down a little bit now. There's an owl just over in the woods, so probably going to hear him going all night. But that's okay. I like the sound of owls. They're really cool animals. I love owls. But yeah, just going to hang out in here and maybe clean up or go through my stuff a little bit. Maybe make sure I get everything. And I did forget my cup, so I've been drinking out of my stainless steel thing. But yeah, so probably just pick out a few things here in the tent, and then we'll probably lie down and call it a night. And that's a really heavy rain out there. And the rain, as you can tell, is so heavy that it's starting to come through because I never put the outer tarp on the tent. So my sleeping bag's getting pretty wet. But I got my coat on now, and I'm going to go out. Probably bring out my big lamp as well, and I'm gonna have to put on that outside tarp because if not, we're gonna get really, really wet, and we're here for another however long we're here. So yeah, we got to try to keep everything dry. So I'm gonna have to go outside now at this hour and put on the tarp. I really wasn't expecting it to rain tonight. I thought it was supposed to maybe have a couple showers maybe the day after tomorrow, but I guess it's I guess it happened today. So I'm going to take my bear spray and my knife, and I'm pretty cold already now, actually, just because it's the end. And we're going to head out and put on our outer tarp. Already we got the outside tarp put on. Well, folks, you can see how wet the sleeping bag is. It's pretty wet, but the outside tarp is on now, so you know, it should be all good. If anything else, it shouldn't get any wetter. It should start to dry. I think a lot of this might be condensation from me as well, where I'm so warm. So we'll have to see how it works. But anyways, the outside tarp is on now, so we're good. Well, folks, we're going to attempt to get some sleep again now. Probably going to be awake for the rest of the night now at this point. But you know, that's just stuff that's a part of camping. You know, there's no need to panic or get upset. You know, that's just a part of it. You know, it wasn't calling for any rain tonight or tomorrow, to my knowledge. But you know, it happens. So, you know, we could sit here and cry about it, or we can just deal with it like we did and go back to sleep. So good night and God bless, and I will see you guys in the morning. Well, folks, we survived another night, but the wind is starting to pick up, and it's getting pretty cloudy out there, pretty heavy clouds. So I'm thinking that what we're going to have to do first, in case it rains, we're going to have to cross the river and get everything over there back on this side, because if the water rises, if it rains, then I definitely won't be able to get back over. Even if it only rises like a centimeter, I won't be able to get back over there. So yeah, so that's the first thing we're going to do this morning, and then we'll have probably some eggs and some coffee for breakfast. I just got to get everything brought back over here first, and yeah, so let's see how it goes. Alrighty, we got our eggs on the boil. So they're boiling up nice right now. We got our coffee down here. But in the meantime, I think we might snack on a couple of crackers while we wait for our boiled eggs. And also, how do you like your boiled eggs? Alright, we got our eggs down here. I got another pot on, boiling some water so that in case I want another cup of coffee later, or even right after this one, at least it'll already be sterilized. All I'll have to do is heat it up. And I got our pot washing out over there, still finishing up our coffee, and I'm just letting my eggs cool down a little bit, and then we'll start eating them then. They shouldn't take very long cooling down in these temperatures today.